Ray MacLeod arrives at Clemson University hoping to be on the main roster for the Big Bowden Bowl game against Florida State University. However, whilst trying to juggle 18 hours of classes alongside two-a-days, Ray suddenly gets a call from his little brother Famar. Their mother has been arrested on a drug charge and has been sent to a 30-day rehab. Famar is about to be sent into foster care, but Ray decides instead to take him under his wing and bring him back to Clemson. Ray tries to keep things on the down low as he smuggles Famar onto campus, but eventually the secret gets out and Ray is going to have to learn that safety is a lot more than just a position on a football team. This is safety. So yes, this is inspired by a true story. There's a lot of, there's parts where you could tell, I think, maybe a little dramatic license was taken here and there, but yeah, this is true. I remember this story a lot. I'm trying to remember when I first heard it. I want to say it was about 2004, 2005-ish. That sounds about right. Yeah, maybe it was 2003. My phone goes off. My phone just went off there. Sorry. Anyway, somewhere in that vicinity, because there are some kind of odd bits and pieces here. Like they have smartphones in this before smartphones really existed. I mean, it's more like you know, text message, like you see text messages, but they're more like full sentences where you could get everything out before, you know, and not like I mean, early text messages where there were you know, a precise character limit, but still. Also, at one point, like after the mother is arrested, Famar spends a week literally kind of hanging out with the drug dealers in their apartment complex because he has nowhere else to go. And in the room you see boxes of Xbox 360s. It's like Xbox 360 wasn't out at that point. It was, I believe, still the old, the original Xbox. And so, yeah, there's little things like that. But yeah, this is, for the most part, I believe this is pretty spot on in terms of the case. Basically, what happened is, like I said, you get this. At first, he tries to because the initial sentence is for 30 days, and his mother is sent to a rehab, and again he'll either get placed in a group home or he'll have to live, you know, or because there's nowhere else for him to go. There's no other relatives who can take him in, take Famar in. So Ray has to bring him back to Clemson, and they stay in the dorm, which is a major violation, and then again he tries to lay low as much as he can. Eventually Ray's roommate Daniel finds out, and the other freshmen on the team who are redshirting or whatever have found out, and they start trying to help him a little bit. And eventually the evil defensive captain, who doesn't like Ray because you know, he doesn't seem dedicated to football and stuff like that, finds out and tells the coach, and they basically take him aside and they said, look, you can't stay with this kid at the university, you're risking way too much. And his defensive coordinator takes him and says, look, you're going to have, and when the 30 days are up, he initially places Famar in a group home, but then he decides, you know, the defensive coordinator takes him aside and says, look, your head's not here. You clearly need to be with your brother. And along the way, Ray has a love interest named Casey, and she sort of also says this. And they go back, they get custody, they take Famar back, and they start setting him up with places. They find an apartment off campus because they can't stay on campus. And then Casey kind of tells the story in the Clemson University newspaper, and word starts getting around. And the community starts to rally around them, and unfortunately this is where the next problem arises, because it runs afoul of possible NCAA eligibility concerns. Because yes, the NCAA can really be sticklers on that sort of thing, and so it becomes a, you know, can they basically allow him to receive the assistance, so, you know, they don't have to split this family up. And in case you're wondering what else happened to the mother, I'll just say this briefly. The mother is in rehab, and they're like, she does well enough that they said, they sign her up for basically more rehab to help coach her even through more to help prevent any chance of a relapse. And, unfortunately, it's going to take so long. There's no end date for it. It's kind of an indefinite thing. Like, it can end at some point, but they can't say exactly when. And so Ray Ray has to go to her to get full custody of Famar. And it's also kind of helps with the eligibility concerns as well. So he says, look, I've had to make my choice, and I have to choose. If I have to choose football or my family, I'm going to choose family. And so there's a little bit of that too. Spoilers, I guess. There's a happy ending to this. There's an eligibility waiver granted, and Famar is allowed to conclude his education. The mother is still sober and is reconnected with both brothers. So happy ending, and they wind up on Oprah. So there's, like I said, there's good stuff around here. It's a decent story. It's well told. There's some, like I said, there's some dramatic licenses taken. Like, I get the idea of senior hazing, but the evil senior defensive captain and the evil defensive coach or the evil assistant coaches who question Ray Ray's dedication to the team it's a little hammy and overdramatic. Casey, the love interest, who's a sports reporter, again, also there's kind of this, Ray Ray has to keep the secret, so he skips out on dates with her, but he can't tell her, even though if you just tell her, that will probably help solve a lot of the problems. And then there's this subplot where Famar runs away from the apartment because he thinks he's ruining everything because of the eligibility concerns. It's like, it gets a little hammy in those bits. It's not bad. It's not enough to drag the movie down that much, but it does kind of cricket a little bit. I'm going to be giving Safety a B. It's still pretty enjoyable. It's a little too long, too, at 2 hours and 2 minutes. Just, again, also there's a funny bit because they show Ray Ray being on the main roster for a game against Florida Atlantic, and they show the game taking place at night and him making this big tackle at night, and then they show footage from the actual game, which is clearly during the day. Like, really? Like, we could have just shoot the thing during the day? Anyway, so yeah, it's not entirely bad. It's a little long, a little hammy in most parts, but still, it's pretty decent. I'll give it a B.
ABC Sports warms up the holiday with back-to-back college football cheer. First, the country's top seniors meet at the Kelly Tire Blue-Gray All-Star Football Classic. Then Tim Rosenbaugh, the nation's top-rated passer, leads Washington State against Houston at the Eagle Aloha Bowl. All tomorrow on an ABC college football doubleheader.
Okay, so again, sorry this is up later than usual. I took a little bit more time making sure the Supergirl video was ready to go for tomorrow, because that's the next one up. My random trade review on Supergirl, Last Daughter of Krypton. That's in 2 parts, so again, I just wanted to make sure that was all done before I did this, and then I overslept. Anyway, so yeah, the next video after that, it's probably going to be the recap and review for WWE TLC 2020. I guess after that it will probably either Soul or the rest of Season 2 of The Mandalorian, sorry. Or The Mandalorian, I don't know if that's a real thing, but who cares? So, yeah, see you all next time. Hey guys, remember, you can help support my channel at patreon.com/SleepyTimeForCat Productions, where you can help request a movie, even if it's something like, say, Sonic the Hedgehog or the next Purge film. I'll review it.